What's up? It's Friday. It's around 6 p.m. right now, and I'm heading to the gym. I've got legs on the agenda today, so I don't know if this is just me, but every time I have legs on the schedule, I'm just like, really? Can we push back? Like, can we circle back to this in like 30 minutes? And then 30 minutes later, I'm like, can we circle back again? Like, I just need to really just mentally prepare for this fucking war, this fucking battle that's gonna happen today. But yeah, we're gonna do legs. I mean, you know when they say like get you a man that doesn't skip leg day, like I'm not that man, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie, I have skipped leg days this year, multiple leg days. I am the culprit number one when it comes to skipping leg days, but my excuse has been that I've been putting in mad amount of kilometers on the treadmill and just like running, so technically those count as leg days for me. But you know, if I'm being honest with myself, I know that doesn't count as a leg day. You know what I mean? Like a leg day when you're doing squats, when you're doing front squats, deadlifts, whatever. Like it's a different vibe. Like obviously running is also working out the legs, but it's just different. You know, it's just different. So I need to stop bitching, stop making excuses for myself, and yeah, just hit this fucking workout. It's one of those things where I just need to do it, and after doing it I feel so much better. But it's the build up to it that just can be quite how do you call it? It can build up in your psyche, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's the vibes, and I want to do a bit of yoga as well, steam room sauna. I don't know if I'll do a run after the legs, but maybe, we'll see. I think just accomplishing some sets on the squats, some front squats, would be a great dub. But we're obviously going to do more than that. We need to hit like a certain, I don't know what weight, like what volume I want to hit today, but I imagine it's going to be relatively high. For example, like if I'm just doing 60 kilo squats for 10 reps, that's 600 kilos, right? Like that's already quite a lot. If I do that for 5 sets, that's 3,000 kilos. So, you know, automatically I'm already doing more than I've done for one of the days this week. So yeah, it will be interesting. It'll be really interesting. Yeah, I'm just not looking forward to the soreness. I'm not gonna lie. The soreness is gonna be I feel like I'm gonna be sore for like a week, you know? It's gonna be yeah, it's gonna be something. But honestly, today I've had a decent day. Today was the first day that I managed to essentially like do some pull requests from a feature branch and then merge it into main, and all of that workflow, the CI/CD pipeline is working really nicely. So that was a really good development today. Some learnings along that as well. And now that I know that it's working, I could basically just create more. Sorry, thank you. Now that I know it's working, like I have a good template for what to do. I also made some optimizations in that pipeline itself, because I was running some processes like multiple times and using a lot more compute than I needed to use. So yeah, that's the vibes. What else did I do today? And yeah, I managed to solve some other errors on the application that came up. So that was cool. One thing I find funny is like there's just no end to like building a product, if that makes sense, you know. And especially if you're, I guess, a bit of a perfectionist like myself, it's hard because you can always like see things that can be changed, that can be improved. And you know, I started off earlier this week kind of just like writing down all of the things that I needed to do in terms of, you know, urgent, neutral, non-urgent activities and tasks. And I just seem to be adding to the list. Like I started off the list, you know, probably like 12, 13 items at the start of the week, and now I have like 18, 20 items on the list. But you know, it's just part of the process. So I guess what I'm most pleased about is the systems that I've kind of developed right now. It allows me to identify the issue, investigate the issue, and then to resolve that issue really, really quickly. And honestly, that's just been a great, like, honestly, that's just changed made all the difference this this deployment. Like previous deployment, I used to just like be scratching my head, you know, like I used to actually not want to encounter errors, because then it would feel like such a burden, such a big lift for every single error that was coming on. I'd be like, oh my God, like how do I fix this? How do I do this? How do I do that? And that was, you know, it's part of the process, right? Like I obviously know way more now than I did like a month ago, but yeah, I'm just really happy that the process I've set up is working and it's really efficient. So I can basically be rolling out like version updates like every day essentially. And I'm just thinking, like, if I had, you know, other people on my team, it would be even more nuts, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm just really glad those processes have been set up. And yeah, I need to go gym to kind of just not switch off, but I had a nap during the middle of the day, which probably ended up napping way longer than I needed to nap. But at least I feel rested and I have no excuse for leg day, you know? So yeah. Also, what is this? That just looks a bit sus. Okay, I'm not touching that, but yeah, gonna do legs. I'll try to record it. Hopefully the gym's not too busy, because I appreciate that it is after work and yeah, people might be in the gym. But I'm also thinking it's Friday night, so I don't think it's gonna be that busy. Yeah, that's it. See ya when I see ya. Okay, so I'm just gonna start off with a warm-up, which I always do for legs. And then yeah, squats, front squats, and then whatever else we kind of feel like doing after that. Also, hopefully this mic is loud enough. I don't want to be like fucking shouting in the camera, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. I'm so far away, but hopefully you can still hear me. I like to do these, I don't know what you call these, but it's like a football warm-up. I'll find the name for it and put it up maybe, but it's like unilateral leg movements, just to get the stabilizers working. So I'm doing 10 on each side, trying not to put my foot on the ground. Hopefully that was 10. I lost count. So I do 10 lunges, 10 squats, and then 10 of these openers, just to get everything kind of working. When I'm doing these lunges, I'm like, my spine is vertically very straight. And I'm just stopping before my knees touch the ground. I guess I'll just do it here. Hopefully I'm in frame, but I'm really trying to just ease into the movements. I'm trying to keep my back straight. It's like I'm almost doing like a deadlift right here, like I would do like a sumo, but my spine is as straight as it can be, and it's purely from the hinge, you know, purely the hinging from the hip, and then coming down, keeping my back straight. Sometimes I find it helpful to like put my arms down, and it's like when my middle finger can touch the ground, like you can kind of see here. It's like how, you know, this is how I imagine like sumo wrestlers, or like, I guess monkeys. Like monkeys are usually like this, right? Like move about like that. So I want to keep my spine straight, and I guess I like to touch my hand to the ground just to make sure that, you know, when they say ask the grass, like it makes me, it's like a cue, it's like a visual cue for me, right? So if I know if I'm touching this, I know I'm pretty low. I could go a little bit lower, sit in it, move around. Wow, this feels really sore. Oh my God, wow, that feels painful. Like this side is cool, like pretty flexible, but this side, my right leg is, particularly around the knee, it's just so tight. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh. I think I definitely need a yoga session after this. Holy shit. All right. That's the warm up done. I honestly, this leg right here feels problematic. There's nothing new. I've had this ever since my injury back in November last year, when I ran 65K in a week. And yeah, I just shredded my legs at that point. I was just coming off an injury as well, and I just pushed my body too hard too soon. So I'm living with the consequences right now of that decision. I did a lot of rehab, like November, December, even in January. And it really helped. I think I should continue to do the rehab, because otherwise I can see this problem just flaring up and continuously flaring up all the time. And that's obviously not good vibes. So yeah, let's get this leg session done. Then we can focus on this leg. But the funny thing is, right, it's like it's only in certain movements that I really feel it. Like it's like when I'm down low, like here, is when I feel it. So I can do squats fine, I can do front squats fine. It's just certain movements, like certain positions that I put my body in, it just feels so fragile, you know? Like if I make any rash movements, it feels like it's just gonna snap, like literally just snap in half. So I obviously don't want that. But yeah, let's do some squats, front squats, and yeah, let's go on with it. I like to keep it just, I guess, outside of shoulder width, like literally. Actually, it's pretty much just shoulder width. And then, it's pretty good. I can really feel the stress on my spine. I'm low-key feeling a bit dizzy. I'm just gonna work my way up slowly. I don't want to rush into anything. I'm really trying to pause at the bottom. Just get comfortable in this position. Oh. My God, these are tough. Oh my God. I know that's just a warm-up, but it doesn't feel like a warm-up, bro. It's also one of these things where, because I know I haven't hit legs in a while, I know I'm going to be weak. And I guess I don't want to feel weak, and that's why I don't want to do legs. But then it's like a never-ending cycle, do you know what I mean? It's like, just because you feel weak, you're never going to attempt to get strong. Like, yeah, that doesn't make sense either, so. It's fine. I think like 2 months of hitting legs consistently, I think that's what I need. I told her to gas me up. I told her gasoline. Tried it in. All right, let's do this, baby. Let's fucking do this. Okay, I feel like I need a bit more. I need a bit of skeppy on the beat. What you mean? What you mean? This is what the doctor ordered, yo, right here. Hey, bro, how you doing?
You're on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm just starting out in it.
Nice,
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Nice. And I fully.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Thinking about doing the same thing myself as well.
Oh, no way, no way. Yeah, it's just one of these things. Like, I'm tired of the 9 to 5, you know what I mean? So I was just like, let me see it. Let me experiment and see if I can make a living doing what I love, kind of thing.
More near Deptford.
Okay. So what are you doing here, bro? You're out from it. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
so might as well go gym.
Yeah.
Get a session in.
Nice. What are you hitting today? Chest?
Chest and trials.
Nice. Yeah, nice. Love that, bro. You should start the YouTube thing, bro.
Yeah, no, I should.
Honestly, all you need is just like the fucking
just
the tripod, bro.
Yeah. And then how do you edit?
CapCut. Yeah.
I've heard of that. Like,
honestly, bro, like
is that like an AI?
Nah. It's like it's just a video editor. Honestly, bro, like my advice is just like watch a couple of YouTube videos on like how to edit on CapCut. It's actually mad simple, bro. It's like you just like, you know, upload the videos, and then you just drop the videos onto the thing. Like you clip it. Yeah. No, exactly.
Have you built any loyal subs?
Nah. I literally just started off because basically I'm doing a startup thing as well. So like I do my own, like, this is my YouTube. So my main priority is like doing startup. You know, like I run my own tech company. And then this is just on the side, like just to supplement that, grow the following, and then. But yeah, bro. Appreciate the support, bro.
What was your name again?
Lobsang.
Say again, sorry?
Just call me Lobby. What's your name?
Robbie.
My guy, bro. Yo, catch you around, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, 100%. I think the way I'm gonna hit my goal for this year is definitely just peppering leg days, dude. Like that was 600 already. I'm sweating already. Fucking hell. Four. Six. Oh my god. Your leg days just hit different like this. It almost feels like cardio, bro. I guess some of the cues that I have for squats, it's just keeping a really tight core and middle section. I don't, like, if you imagine like this is your spine, right? Or like this is like your body, or like at least your upper part of your body. Like I want it to be very rigid. Is rigid the word? It's like I want it to be tight, you know? Like I don't want there to be like any kind of deviations like this. Like I don't want any kind of looseness. I want it to be like very tight and compressed. And there's virtually no movement that's happening from my spine, right? Like my spine is literally staying the same. It's literally the hinge from the hip when I start to go down, and then keeping that tightness all the way through, all the way to the bottom, and then bringing it up top. Something else that helps me in order to achieve this is pulling the bar down. Like imagine like you're trying to bend the bar
So the bar is in the back of my, like on my traps, right? And I could hold it loosely, but what I tried to do is I tried to like pull it in. And when I try to pull it in, it's like almost when you do like a pull down and your lats are activated. It's the same thing. It's like you pull it down and it locks the bar in place, number one, but it also means that your spine and your chest comes up, because it's almost like doing, a lat pull down like this, right? And then all of the focus then goes on the legs. Like everything here stays tight, and then the rest is just all legs. And that's how I like to, I guess, focus on. Squats is designed to work the legs, right? Like you don't want to be working your back or any other thing. Like you want to isolate that movement. Like it is a compound movement, so you're doing your whole body, right? But predominantly it's legs, and I want my legs to do the pushing. Some other things that are helpful is like I'm obviously using these. Like I don't have weightlifting shoes. I don't want to use my Huaraches for this. I like to feel the connection to the ground, so that's why I'm in socks. I think having an elevated heel really helps. What I like to imagine is that it's like there's compression in two ways, right? As in, okay, there's not really, I guess, compression in two ways, but it's like I'm pulling the bar down, and then I'm pushing the ground away from me, like at least when I'm coming down from the bottom up, like imagine you're doing a leg press, like everything is like this, you're like this, and you're doing a leg press and you're just pushing your legs, right? It's the same thing, or like kind of the same cues, like mental cues I have is I'm not trying to do anything apart from pushing my legs. So I'm like pushing the ground away. I'm not trying to pull the bar up. I'm trying to push the ground away from myself, if that makes sense. So yeah. Okay, let's just do another set. And yeah, maybe you can see what I just explained. Something else that helps is like when you're setting up for the squat, it's like I'm at full extension here. It's like I'm doing a row, I could be doing a row like this. It helps me to get my back in the right position. So it's like when I'm here, so my back is tensed, I pull it in, still tensed, and then lock it in, and then pull the bar down on my traps. And everything in the upper body is locked in place. I'm not really caring too much about rest right now. I'm just this is the first leg day back in ages, you know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to break records or go to Snap City. I don't want to be a resident of Snap City. That's a place that I don't want to go. It's just crazy to think that in 6 months' time, I'll be in the same position, but a million kilos later, you know what I mean? I can't wait to see how I evolve and how this journey is gonna go. Like, I love the idea of eudaimonia, and the first time I heard about this was from Ross Edgley. Ross Edgley. I think I'm sorry if I butchered that name, but you probably know him. Crazy cunt. Like, just does the maddest shit. I think he's swimming around Iceland right now. I don't know how many miles or kilometers it is. I think it's like 1,000, and that's wild. You know what I mean? Like I'm not on that level, not yet, but inshallah soon come. Soon. Yeah, let's do this. I think for the next set, so go Central C. Six. Five. Seven. 8. Oh, come on, bro. Whew. Oh, come on, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh. Mentally, I'm talking myself out of front squats. I'm saying, yeah, you know, like I worked pretty hard with the squats. Do I really need to do front squats? But yeah, we're gonna do it, but I think I'm just gonna go a little bit lighter than that for sure, but I just want to get the movement right, you know, like the pattern for the front squats, because technically it's a much harder lift than the back squats. You know, there's a lot more components to the front squats and just more requirements. You know, like you need a little bit more flexibility. You need a bit more focus in terms of keeping that thoracic extension, you know, like keeping it all the way straight. So yeah, let's do front squats before I pussy out of it. Production. What about? Man don't care about all that. Okay, let's try this out. I'm gonna move this a little bit closer for front squats. I got a black schema. Okay, so I was just yapping for ages, and turns out that my mic did die. So all of the yapping was for nothing. Also, like I have two of these mics. I went downstairs to get this one. When I'm telling you, I nearly fell down the stairs, bro. Like the first step I took, my knee, my leg just. I was doing the skanky leg. I swear to God, it was. I had to hold a handrail going down. It was so funny. I mean, it wouldn't. It was funny because I didn't fall. It wouldn't have been funny if I fell. Like that would have been. I would have lost a lot of aura there, bro. Okay. How many sets have we done? Just 3. Okay, let's do one more, and then we can do some other stuff. Oh yeah, what I want to do is I want to do some abs. Doing some abs would be really good. Let's do some abs and let's do some yoga. And halas, that should be enough. Okay. Okay. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Oh, you benchod. My legs are shaking. It's like a magnitude 3 earthquake. Just like very slight tremors, you know. It's like. I think that's legs done, honestly. 4,800. I'll do some abs. For abs, what I'm gonna do is I could do cable crunch. I'll probably do 2 things. I'll do cable crunches, and then I'll do the ab rollers, and probably maybe some leg raises as well. My God. We made it through though. We made it through. That's the, we haven't won the war, but we have won a battle. We have covered some ground, and that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Day by day, brick by brick. Let's go, bro. Vamos. All right, for these, my gym doesn't really have like that many cable machines. Like this little quadrant is only cable facilities. So, I mean, I'm not complaining. Like it goes up to 70 kilos. Like I'm realistically not going to be doing that. But what I was gonna say is it would be nice to have, like this is really high right now, and realistically it doesn't need to be this high. Like as long as you can get some tension on the cable, like I could have like put it down like to a lower peg, you know what I mean? But it's fine. We don't complain about that shit. Okay, let's just do some warm-up sets. Get in the groove. Something really light. The fuck was that? Well, that's not very good. How does that even work? Sorry. That's a bit strange. I don't remember having this problem before. Oh no, you can use it. Okay, how do we solve this problem? I need more height. Okay, I think this is how we solve this problem. So the logic is, because I'm higher, I'm not going to be pulling down as much, which should mean that I should have more slack or more room at the top when it goes up. Let's just hope 12 inches is enough, you know? Okay, that works. Okay, I think I can move a little bit closer as well. Oopsie. Okay, I mean it works. It's not optimal, but it will do the job. I didn't really feel it though, if I'm being honest, in my abs. Maybe it was just too light. Honestly, I feel so much tightness in my legs when I'm in this hero position. I definitely need a yoga session off this. Okay, I watched the video back and my form, it doesn't look too bad, so I think it was just the weights. I just think it's so like, the Wi-Fi just went out, but like I was literally mid-set. I just had this idea for one of the apps that I'm building. Like I just thought of a different way of deploying it. Mid-set. my mind is wild, bro. Like I swear. That's so interesting. I want to try it out. Whenever I get these like moments of inspiration, I have an idea, I have a thought, I just whip out my notes on my phone. I have like different folders for different things, right? Like if I'm thinking about content, then I have like a content folder. If I'm thinking about business ideas, then I have a business folder, ideas folder. And I just note it down, you know? And if you do this, it's like going to the gym. It's like an idea, like being able to generate ideas is a muscle. And you have to train that muscle. Just like you train any other muscle. Like I'm training abs here, I trained legs a little bit earlier. Like it's literally the same thing, like being able to generate ideas. And sometimes they just come out of nowhere, bro. Like they just come from the ether, you know? Crazy. Okay, I'm starting to feel it now. I'm gonna do one more set. I guess some tips for this exercise. I guess some mental cues for this exercise is like imagine you're on your back and you're doing a crunch, right? Like you're like this and you're doing a crunch, and you can feel like you do your crunch and you feel the top of your abs, your upper abs working. Like what this exercise is trying to do is like trying to do the same thing, but you know, instead of having your back on the ground, it's like you obviously, you know, rotated 180 degrees, right? So instead of like this and going like this, I'm like this, right? And I'm trying to go like this, you know? So I think those are like some of the mental cues that I have. What I'm trying to think about is like when I have the cable, I keep the cable like on my head. It's like, imagine if, what's the best analogy for this? Okay, I can't think of an analogy for this, but it's like the weight is attached to my head, right? And like this stays, like there's no movement from here. Like I'm not trying to do a tricep, like I'm not working my shoulders, I'm not trying to do any of that, right? Like I'm like this, and it's literally like attached to my head, right? And all I'm doing here is like holding this in place, like holding the cables in place, right? So when I'm here, okay, I'll talk through the working set. But when I'm here, it's like it's attached to like just above my ears, like it's like, and it's just locked in place, right? It doesn't move at all, you know. And my spine right now is like relatively straight, and I'm trying to mimic the crunch movement, and pulling it in, right? And you should be able to just feel it. Like you don't have to move anything else, right? I think if you're just starting out doing this, just start off really slow, right? Just feel yourself through the movement. So if you're here like this, and this is your starting point, just go really slow. Like feel the crunch on the top abs, like feel it contract, and then try to go as much as you can. You don't have to go all the way in, but you know, feel this like when you're doing a crunch, right? When you're doing a crunch, you could go all the way up, right? And you know, that's completely valid. But when you're doing a crunch, like most of the times, all you're doing is that, right? Like you're just focusing on the top end of the abs, like that. And that's what I'm trying to say is the same thing here, where you could go all the way down, right? But I actually feel that like this is meant to be working like the top abs, so I want to focus on the top abs, right? And I think just going until here and ending the motion there, like keeping the tension. I feel like when I stop here, it keeps the tension more in my abs, and it just goes a little bit harder. So yeah, I mean, it's up to you, like how you want to do it. I'm just giving you like ideas for how you could do it and how I guess you should think about it. Also, sometimes when I feel like the weight is, that's basically half my weight that I'm trying to pull, right? Sometimes it helps to cross your legs at the back. It keeps, at least for me, it makes me feel more grounded. You know, it's not like I'm not being like handled and pulled across just by the cable. So this makes me feel like a bit more locked in. Oh my god. Oh. I swear the ab burn is a different type of burn, dude. Like, okay, it's not bad. 6,500, 6.5K. Oh. Let me put this back. Alright, last exercise. Some ab rollers. These are low-key my favorite ab exercise. Low-key are. What kind of vocabulary is that? Oh my god. The ab roller is low-key my favorite exercise. Low-key? Actually, maybe high-key my favorite exercise. It just feels really good. It's really tough. It has the aspect of like calisthenics involved in it, right? Like you're just using your body weight, and realistically, like it's not going to be adding any volume towards my 1,000,000 kilo goal, but I just really like these exercises, and I could do it before, like on standing on my feet, but it has been a while, so I'm just gonna work my way up again. So I'm starting off with my knees on the ground and just rolling out, rolling back in. And yeah, I think some useful tips when you're doing ab rollers. Like, I'm actually really fortunate that my gym has this fucking big one. Like, this is a huge, huge ass roller. But yeah, what I like to do is I like to roll along a line, you know? So like you can kind of see the black line here. It just gives me a good visual cue to stay focused on, you know? So like I know that I'm going out and I'm coming back in, like I'm not like fucking going to the sides, you know? Yeah. Friday night, getting lit. Okay, because that was relatively easy, I'm just gonna try to just churn these out. I think some useful kind of things to think about are when you're trying to keep like constant tension. So I don't come all the way fully up, and I don't like, when I'm down, when I'm fully extended, I try to take a little bit of a pause, you know, like I know it doesn't look like it, but in my head, it feels like a pause, you know what I mean? So I guess I can accentuate that a little bit more and maybe even talk through it, but let's see. So when I'm here, it's like slight pause and then bring it back up and then come back all the way down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. What I'm thinking about is, should I do some work when I go back home? Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my god, blood clot. My legs are shaking. This app wheel is so good as well because it has these things where you can put your leg and you can actually focus on the lower abs. You can do like the leg curl where you bring your, I don't know what I'm trying to demonstrate with this, but hopefully you understand what I mean. Okay. I'm tired, yo. So today it's 167 reps, 6,480 kilos, 1 hour, 17 minutes. 4 exercises, 16 sets. Yeah, pretty good. It's nice because, what is it? It's like 8:30 right now, and gym closes at 10. So I basically have, you know, quite a lot of time where I can go steam room, I can go sauna, I can do some stretching. So yeah, let's do this. I'm just thinking of life. Nah, I'm thinking of, what am I thinking of? I guess I'm just thinking of like the thought I had earlier where Right now I'm on 13,832 kilos, 513 reps, 3 hours in the gym. And yeah, we just need to do 100 more of these, 100 more iterations of this. It can feel quite daunting to know that fact, but I think it's actually quite encouraging. It's just a question of consistency, you know, and discipline. But that's also the hardest part about it, you know, like it's easy to say consistency, it's easy to say discipline, but sticking with it, even when you don't want to stick with it, and there will be times that it will happen like that, is what I foresee as the challenge. And I know this because I felt the same way when I was running 100 kilometers every month. It was, you know, there were times where I didn't want to do it, you know, especially like the first quarter of the year. Hell no, like I just forced myself to go. Like there'd be some sessions where I just walk in, like literally run for a K, and then I'll just be like, nah, this is not it, and I'll go back home, you know what I mean? But at least I made it to the gym, at least like was on there, even if it was like for a brief moment, like I made it in. And there will be those days, but it's about making it through those days, you know. And I think that's partly why I'm doing this journey in the first place, is like to build that muscle and hone that skill, hone that trait, develop that characteristic. Those are the vibes. And yeah, you know, it's Friday night. It's funny, like a couple years ago I would be in the club buying shots, I'm not saying like that, you know, that doesn't appeal to me. I think, you know, each to their own, right? I think if you work a 9 to 5, like that is the time that you look forward to. Like you look forward to that Friday evening where you have a whole day of Saturday to just like do whatever you want, and then you essentially live for the weekends, right? But yeah, that's not how I'm living life. Not anymore, anyway. Vamos. Give myself a round of applause. Oh. All right, let's put this back. Let's get going.
How is it this dark at 10 p.m.? Like, okay, granted it is 10 p.m., but like really like this dark? I don't know. Okay, got some light here. Yeah, did a workout. It was, okay, where do I start? I was doing the sauna for a bit, and this guy basically put in something in like the coals, and I'm telling you, like, it was just the weirdest experience ever, because I've never felt cold in a sauna, but I was feeling cold in the sauna, and I don't know what it was called. It was like called like Wong to Wick hardwood or something like that, and that was crazy. It low-key felt good, but it also felt a bit weird because it felt like smoking menthol cigs. You know, it's like when you smoke a cig, you feel like you're smoking a cig, but then if you smoke a menthol cig, if you know, it was like the taste of menthol almost. So yeah, that was weird. And I honestly was such a bot today because I recorded like I was doing yoga and stuff, right? And somewhere along the line, my mic died because it didn't have any battery. So some tunes being played. So somewhere along the line, I was recording all of this content, like explaining my thought process and going into like really granular detail about what I'm thinking and like why I'm doing these exercises, and all of that is just like completely like, I'm not saying it's useless, but you know, there's no audio to it. So, and I spent so long like explaining, you know, and I didn't even get my yoga workout done because I was explaining I was talking through a lot of it. And yeah, so I guess that was a lesson in making sure all of the equipment is charged before I go to the gym. And I'm recording from my second phone right now. That's why the quality is a bit shocking right now. So yeah, I guess the lesson of the day today is to make sure that the equipment that you have is charged and you have backups, I guess, because that was not the case today. Yeah, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's episode 3. We're figuring it out. It's not that deep. And if anything, like, this is part of the authentic journey. You know what I mean? Like, this is all a learning process, and yeah, those were the learnings today. I'm gonna walk back home now, go eat some food. I've got a few messages that I need to respond to. I really want to do some work. It's like I'm in two minds. Like I want to go to sleep so I can wake up early, but I'm thinking I'm not going to be able to go to sleep, and therefore I should do work. And I feel like I'm constantly stuck in between these two options, because my thinking is, if I can't go to sleep, then I might as well do work and not even try to go to sleep, you know? Because I don't want to be in bed and then it'd be 6 hours later and I'm still up while I could have done work in those 6 hours. Like, yeah, those are my thoughts right now. But alas, I'm gonna go home. Peace. This is probably gonna be the end of the video. Like, subscribe, all of that jazz. I'll see you guys in the next one.